And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with the Game Boy Geek.
Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Last week I was in Austin, Texas on business travel for my engineering day job, and I just decided on a whim to Google Board Game Cafe, and one came up called the Tavern Games and Cafe. And so I went to go check it out on a whim, and I was able to take some video. I was able to talk to one of the co-owners there. I got to talk to some of the patrons. I got to experience it there. And so here's going to come some video of some interviews, and then I'll give you my final thoughts about the cafe. Now, you are accustomed to seeing very high quality video production from me. I must say, I don't travel with my camera unless I know I'm going to use it, like at the conventions. In this case, I did not have my good camera, so all I had is my camera phone. So please, I'm just warning you, this is not the quality that you're used to from me. But hey, it was a spur of the moment, and I'm better to give you something than nothing. So here we go, let's take a look. All right, I'm with Eric Widener from the Tavern Gaming Cafe. Eric, so you're one of the co-owners of this. How long have you been open?
Just about 8 months at this point.
8 months. And what possessed you to open up a game cafe?
It's been actually a lifelong dream since, I guess, like every teenage gamer, I've always dreamed of having a game store.
And, you know, I'm here on a Thursday night, and there was about 50 people. I couldn't even find a seat to eat or play when I first got here. Is that typical for a Thursday night here?
It's pretty normal these days, unfortunately.
Wow, but, well, not unfortunately. I think it's great, because obviously that means you're doing well, and the hobby's being promoted.
Indeed, indeed. Well, you know, we always hate to bounce customers. You know,
right.
Coming in looking for a table and we run out. You know, always a little bit of a negative there, right? But in general, yes, the concept I think has been proven a success.
Yeah.
We've been given the limited time that we've been open. Try to succinctly describe our business concept as a bit of a mashup of a game store, coffee shop, pub. We also have premium coffee. We take that very seriously. It actually rate us with any of the top coffee houses in Austin for the quality of our product. And we have a pretty decent game selection too. It's really more about the casual play experience where the adult gamer can sit down, relax, and enjoy food, drink, and the game. And without the pressures of gaming in a restaurant, for example.
Good. Yeah, I've actually had a chance to get a sandwich here tonight, and I can attest that the food is actually really good, and everybody was raving about the beer here too. So now it looks like about 50% of the store of the cafe looks like it's games for sale, right? So you sell games here, and then in the back we have a library of games that people can just kind of check out and just kind of play. Now, do you charge a cover fee here to come in and play games?
No, we don't. Basically, with all of our cafe customers are welcome to use the game library and the play space for free, which basically just means if you make a reasonable purchase of anything food or drink, you're welcome to use any of these things.
Cool. Now, do you try to have the games in the library that they can play as the same games that they can buy here, or?
We actually do a mix deliberately. So we actually have several products on the shelf that are out of print. Some things like Rio Grande, sometimes they may never see the light of day again. We have it on the shelf just because I think it's cool. We'd like people to be able to enjoy it.
Sure.
So provided they come in and enjoy our food, drink, play the game, that's fine. Other stuff on the shelf, of course, are more traditional demo games that we get for purposes of helping to sort of seed that retail sale. So it's a mix of both.
Okay. And do you run a lot of tournaments and have any? I saw a Netrunner League going on here. Do you have a lot of organized play that goes on here?
Absolutely, we don't. We've actually just started dabbling with organized play. The Netrunner League here in the store is the first store organized play that we've done to date. So far, I think it's been a success.
Cool. Well, thanks for letting me come and hang out and play some games here today. It was a very enjoyable experience, and now all those gamers out there that are in or around Austin that live there, or for ones that visit, come and check out the Tavern and Gaming Cafe. Thanks a lot, Eric.
Absolutely, thank you.
And after interviewing the owner, I got a chance to play some games with some people and talk to some of the patrons that are there. Let's take a look at here. So you're in a Netrunner League here?
I am.
Okay, and how often do you guys play?
Official league day is Saturday, but a lot of us come in on Thursdays as well.
Okay. It's once or twice a week usually?
Yeah.
All right. How long is the league? Like, how many weeks is it for?
4 weeks.
4 weeks?
We're on week 3 right now.
Okay. And then, like, how many would you say? How many people here do you think are here just for the league?
Right now, probably 12 to 15.
Oh, wow.
Saturday goes up to about 20.
Wow, okay. And what keeps you coming back here? Is the league the only thing that keeps you coming? Is Netrunner the only thing you play when you come here?
No.
Okay.
I've come in on Sundays for board games. Obviously, the cafe is a huge boom to this place, being able to get food and drink. Also, everyone's super cool every time I come to play games and all kinds of stuff. They got these little player flags for if you're looking for more players for your game or anything like that.
Okay, what do you think of the food?
It's great.
Yeah. And I see they serve alcohol.
They do.
Does that entice you at all?
It does.
Okay, good.
If I can play a board game and have a drink, I'm down.
Cool. So how did you hear about the Emerald Tavern for the first time?
Well, actually, I live close by, and I noticed it while they were still under construction.
Oh, nosy neighbor. We all like that.
Yeah, they had a sign out front referencing their Facebook page to follow their progress there, and so that's how I knew when it was.
And so would you say you were pretty much an avid game player before this place arrived?
I wasn't as avid as I am now.
Okay. How often do you come?
Following the community. I actually come about once a week and find it regular.
Cool. Now, do you play games outside of here weekly as well, or is this it?
This is my main weekly regular gaming time, yeah.
That's cool. And what keeps you coming back here?
Well, we have a good group that regularly plays a bunch of games that are kind of right up my alley, so...
Okay, so do you play with the same people every time you come?
Pretty much every time. Every now and then we tend to get new people almost every week as well. So
now, I see they sell a lot of games here. Have you bought games here?
I have, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And would you say you buy games here more than anywhere else, or maybe it's a part of the places where you buy, maybe?
It's probably one of the places I buy more often, just because I like coming here every week. I want to support the business and make sure they stick around.
Cool. All right, well, thanks for your time.
Sure, you're welcome.
All right, well, we heard from one of the co-owners. We've heard from a couple of patrons. What about me? What did I think of it? People were very friendly. I liked how they had those flags there where, hey, if you're just looking to find if you want to play a game and you're looking for someone to play, put the flag on your table. That tells people that you're looking for players. That was cool. Everyone seemed very friendly. Overall, it was a great experience. I think, half the store was games for sale. And as you would expect at a brick and mortar store, the prices were retail, which I would expect that. That's fine. That's absolutely fair. I've gone to some gaming places in Arizona, in Phoenix, where their prices were actually over MSRP, and I don't like that. Selling at MSRP is fine for a board game store or a cafe, so that's great. And they had quite a good selection of the games to sell. The food was excellent. The sandwich I had was great. The bread was nice and crunchy and toasted. The food was great. I don't drink coffee and I don't drink that much alcohol, but they had on-tap alcohol, which again, there was a higher-end craft beer, higher-end coffee, and that brings a lot of people to. If I were to say anything that the next thing to improve, they've only been open 8 months, so the next place that I think they should actually improve is their gaming library. They had about, I think I manually counted about 120 games there, and I would have expected some different choices to be in that library. But again, to open the doors, you got to think of all the things I had to think about between the food and the drinks and the stuff that, it's probably absolutely fine for them to open the doors, but now that they've been open 8 months and they're having great success, I would like to see them increase their gaming library, which I know they're going to be doing very soon, and maybe getting up to 3 times at what it's at and trying to get a lot of the, the highest rated party games, strategy games, family games from Board Game Geek. Maybe look at the top 100 in each of those and start filling them in, or look at the Dice Tower Awards and such. So that's the only thing that I could see that immediately they got a good need there. But man, I did notice that most of the people that were playing there, actually the majority of them, brought their own games in. And so either the people are just used to doing that because maybe they don't find what they want, or they'd rather just bring their own games anyway. So it didn't seem to bother anybody. It was packed, so I don't think it's stopping their business. But their next step, I think, it would be expanding their library. But overall, it was a great experience. I felt very welcomed by both the owners and the people behind the counter and the people that I'd never met before that I played games. So overall, if you're in Austin, you might want to check out the Emerald Tavern Game and Cafe.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.